Hi there and welcome to the end of the year show. It's been a really difficult year for everybody, but we wanted to end on a high. So our year 6 have produced this fantastic performance. The dancers, the actors, the actresses, the stage crew, the children behind the scenes who you won't see, the staff have all produced a fantastic show. Including on this is the year 3, 4 and 5 dancers, which I'm sure you'll enjoy. A little tongue-in-cheek, but perhaps will make you smile after what's been a really tough year. Thanks to everybody for the support. Sit back and enjoy.
Wow, what a year it's been. In fact, what a year and a half it's been. As we reach the end of term, I think we should look back on the things we've been through during these extraordinary times. So, how about something positive to start with? Any ideas?
Well, last year we had 4 months of no school, followed by the summer holidays, then no school again at the start of 2021.
I said, tell me something positive. Anyway, I'm glad that all of you, well, most of you, still kept up with your schoolwork at home. What else?
Having time to take things a little slower.
Binge watching my favourite box sets.
Following Captain Tom on his amazing walk for the NHS.
Captain Tom, what a hero, and what a legend he's left. Let's talk more about him later on, shall we? So, what else made things bearable?
Not having to go to the hairdressers because they were closed. Results.
Okay, thank you. So, on the flip side, what about things you struggled with?
My mum decided to cut my hair herself. She made a right mess of it.
Yes, I had noticed. Don't worry, it'll grow back. So what else was difficult?
Nothing left on supermarket shelves during the first lockdown.
Watching my parents struggle to keep their small business going.
Not being able to give my grandparents a hug, that was awful.
At a time when we were a bit scared and just need to be close to people, we were told to keep our distance.
Yeah, here we are as well, we hope. And it's going to come back to normal, but it was tough for a while. As I said, what a year it's been.
Okay then, let's wind the clock back to March 2020. Who'd like to remind us what happened?
Well, with the cases of COVID-19 virus increasing, to slow the spread and to stop the NHS being overwhelmed, we went into lockdown.
We were told to stay at home, not to socialise, and to only go out for essential shopping, and to exercise, and to wash our hands a lot.
Restaurants, bars, theatres, cinemas, sports venues, a lot of shops and most offices were closed, and people were told to work from home unless they were key workers.
School stayed open for key workers' children, but for most of us, at the time, I suppose it felt like the summer holidays had started early.
Yeah, but that feeling didn't last long, remember?
Of course, homeschooling.
Yes, Karen, I know I said I'd get that report written by last Friday. No, I'm not taking advantage of the working from home arrangements. Yes, I know that this isn't a holiday. Yes, I'll email it this afternoon. No, I won't watch this one and forget. Yes, I promise. Goodbye, Karen.
Mum, is this a subordinate conjunction or coordinate conjunction? I think it's a subordinate, but I'm not sure.
Subordinating what? In my day, it was just nouns, verbs, and adjectives we needed to know about. Let's have a look. Hi, Karen. Yes, of course I'll spell check it. Yes, I know the directors will be reading it. No, it won't be full of grammatical mistakes like last time. Yes, Karen. No, Karen. You have a good day too, Karen. Now, the conjunctivating submarine, you say?
It's okay, I've done it. Right. Now I need to give history.
But it's maximum competence, not fair. Mum, talent.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's
It
not.
is.
No, it's
It
not.
is.
Hey now, what's all that noise? I'm trying to sleep. You know, working nights and so can you just keep down a bit, okay?
Sorry, Dabby, he's on the computer and I've got my master finished.
Yeah, right, you just want to play games on it.
No, I don't.
You want to play Roblox.
No, I don't.
Yes, I do.
I
Right, you eat your cereal, you do your maths. What's your group exactly? Show me.
Log multiplication, but I'm really stuck on these.
Well, let's see you working out. Eh? That's not we were taught log multiplication when I was at school. What's all that grid nonsense? Look, there's 16 on that column, times that by that, and times that by that.
What do you?
Just do it like that. You don't need to know why. Can I go back to bed now?
Not yet. There's a message from my dad. When you call her for a chat, she's bored of being stuck at home on the road.
I've spent 3 hours taught me to use the kitchen window when I didn't think there was something quite useful in it.
No, she's your mother. Anyway, I've got that report to write for parent work, and there's these two to supervise.
Stop at you too. What schoolwork do you still have to do?
There's my history to start. I have a science worksheet of electricity.
And I've got art on our way.
Right. Here's what we'll do. Electricity. I know you can plug Hoover and clean upstairs. Then to the light bulb is changing the downstairs loo. And history. I know you can give your grandma a call and listen to talk about the old days, you know. And art. I know you can give God a friend a call of page. And let me think.
Hi, Karen. Yes, I'm just about to. No, I'm not on the set with my feet up. Yes, I know you're under a lot of pressure. No, I'm not taking advantage of your good nature. It's just that my children are. Yes, Karen, goodbye. Dear Father who art in heaven, hear my prayer, take pity in my hour of need, and deliver me from this torture. Amen. There you are. That's your already sorted. Right. I think I'll put my feet up for an hour and watch this woman.
Always
before returning to school after that, weren't we?
I know my parents were happy when the new school year started in September. Mum said she had a newfound animation teacher and can't believe what they put up with.
Well, what can I say? We do try. But there were so many other people who worked hard during lockdown, even though there were us, just to keep us ticking over.
I remember it was like watching a whole new set of Marvel characters coming together to battle one supervillain. Yeah, COVID heroes, unite and fight. I reckon that would make a great film.
Yeah, it certainly would.
And with a single click, my master plan for world domination is now implemented. Oh, hello, you pathetic bunch. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Iris. Iris of Iris. Yes, okay, it's not the greatest name for a supervillain, but there isn't much that rhymes with Iris. I did consider Mona Corona, but that just sounds like a whingy bottle of beer, which isn't very awe-inspiring. The big V was an option, but I think if people would think I was a second-rate rapper, was I more of a heavy metal fan, Louise the Disease, which was my mother's idea. Well, the less said about that, the better. So Iris of Iris it is. Soon everyone will know my name as I wreak havoc, bring us and inhabitants to their knees. Intruders have breached my defences. Who dares to challenge me?
I and my fellow NHS circles not ceasing our efforts to keep people strong and healthy in the battle against you.
We will task needing hospitals, surgeries and clinics treating the ill and needy. We will not stop to find vaccine that will put an end to your wicked plan. Curses, doctors and nurses, it will take more than you to defeat me and not just affect your health. The chaos I have created in your daily lives will be the ruin of you.
The nation's transport workers will make sure things keep moving. You might think you can bring life to a grinding halt, Iris, but not on our watch.
And we will continue to serve our communities whatever the risk to ourselves may be. We will make sure families always have food on their tables. This can't be possible. I thought you humans had no backbone. You were supposed to crumble as I unleashed my devastating power.
Well, that's where you're wrong. We will keep on for our future, so when enough but a distant memory, we shall still be standing strong.
We will teach our future generations about how we stood together until you will no more. Time to face facts. Iris, you'll be defeated. My fellow COVID heroes, unite and fight!
Listen, everyone, we're just the tip of the iceberg. Many millions more risk their own safety in the fight against the virus. And you, yourself, have showed such bravery battling through the hardship, loneliness and drastic change, going on with the comforts and remaining steadfast. And when we all clap for the NHS, well, here's a chance to clap along with us again. Hit it!
Every step of the way, and there's
That's just what I needed. Now before we go, I'd like to tell you about another hero.
As my colleague explained, the heroes have emerged during this pandemic, but none of them captured our imaginations as much as one certain person.
An army veteran of World War II, in April 2020 he decided he was going to raise £1,000 for NHS charities by working on hundreds of laps of his garden before his 100th birthday.
As the story became national news, he was soon a household name and his fundraising snowballed.
And the money he raised went a little beyond the £1,000 he hoped for. Donations totaled over 30 million and this is still going up.
In recognition of his amazing efforts, he was made an honorary cadre, and on July 17, 2020 he became Knight of the Round, when Her Majesty the Queen asked him to arise Captain Sir Tom Moore.
Sadly, this remarkable gentleman passed away in February 2021. The example he set and the inspiration he gave us to push through, to care for each other and to be positive will never be forgotten. Rest in peace, Captain Tom.
So join us in an uplifting song to celebrate the life and achievements of this great man. Move over, Captain America. Here's to the real superhero. Here's to Captain Tom.
Certainly needed inspirational cars like that to give us a lift through lockdown, didn't we?
Ha! It's a shame they couldn't inspire a bit more common sense into some people. Do you remember what happened in lockdown?
Yeah, panic buying. What was that all about?
If you didn't get to the supermarket super early, there wasn't anything left on the shelves.
Except for stuff like broccoli. Who wants to eat that? Ugh.
And why did everyone suddenly start stocking up on toilet roll? I read a bit about coronavirus and nowhere could I find that one of the symptoms was increased by needing to go to the loo.
We went weeks without any. We had to use kitchen roll until that ran out too.
Then what did you do?
You don't want to know. Mum, where's Dad? He should have been back from the shops ages ago. It's way past dinner time and I'm starving.
I'm sure he won't be long now, then we can have dinner. It's going to be fish fingers, chips and baked beans tonight.
Yes, my favourite. You can't beat fish fingers, chips and beans.
And just get loads of ducks for me because I like pudding. And a bottle of Coke. It's Friday, remember? We're allowed Coke on Fridays.
Well, not on the shopping list I gave him, so I expect so. Crikey, love, what on earth has happened to you?
Have you been run over?
Have you been mugged?
Have you been attacked by next door's Jack Russell again?
No, not that. I've been to Tesco.
Yes, we know that. I sent you down the list 2 hours ago. How can you get yourself in that state just going to Tesco?
You didn't know what it's like out there. Ever since the nurses lockdown, the world's gone mad. It's every man for himself. They're stripping the supermarket shelves. They're fighting in the house. I don't know how much to get out there alive.
That sounds terrible, Dad, but did you get our dinner?
Fish fingers, chips and beans.
Deluxe creamy yogurt and a bottle of Coke?
Yeah, I got those on the list. More or less.
More or less, did you or didn't you?
Well, I did my best to make sure we have fish fingers, chips, beans, Coke, yogurt. Sort of. It's just going to take a bit of imagination. Now, I know they weren't on the list, but I've been thinking for a long time now that we don't eat enough green veg. Plenty of peas and broccoli left on the shelves, so...
What about the stuff you were supposed to get? Oven chips?
Yes, right, oven chips. Okay, they ran out of those too, but they have parsnips. If we cut them up, brush them with oil and oven bake them, ta-da, chips!
You're joking. I'll just stick to fish fingers and baked beans.
Ah, beans. Yeah, they'd run out of those too, so I thought lovely chickpeas and tomato puree.
Dad, that's gross. At least tell me you got the fish fingers.
Technically, yes, we have fish fingers. Maybe not quite what we used to, but fingers of fish nonetheless. I managed to get a few tins of sardines, which if we mush them up, roll them into finger-sized portions, then it's the best bit. They don't need cooking. We can eat them cold.
No way. Tell me you at least managed to find the yogurts.
Ah, yes. See, I got the last 2 litres of milk in the shop, and the good thing is it's out of date. So if you leave it in one place for a while, hey presto, yogurt.
That is disgusting. At least tell me you managed to get the Coke, or let me guess, you just got some oxo cubes that you just pop on in a bottle of sparkling water and give it a quick shake.
Great man thinker like I love. Oh, I'm sorry, the one I tried, I really did. Fish fingers, chips, beans, yogurt, Coke. There's just none left.
Well, we know it's not your fault. Okay, I suppose I can give the Chinese a ring. I think I saw in the news that they're allowed to stay open.
Yes, Chinese. Great idea. So, Dad, what's in the other bag?
Well, I managed to pick these up from the museum on the way home. 20 copies of today's Daily Mail.
And what are we supposed to do with those? It's not an attempt to get off our screens and read more, is it?
Well, there was one more thing on the shopping list that they ran out of.
What was that?
Ta-da! Liro!
I
did present us with a few challenges, didn't it? So many rules and regulations from then big changes to our lives.
I found some of the instructions that were given really confusing, and they were always changing. It seemed like people in charge know what to do for the best sometimes.
It seems even experts don't agree all the time. The thing is, if they can't make their minds up, how are we supposed to know what to do?
Shops had to shut, then they could open, then they had to shut again.
We couldn't go to restaurants, then we were told to eat out to help out, then we were told again that I couldn't do that.
We couldn't play sports. Then we could, but only outside. But we couldn't watch our favourite teams play. I couldn't keep up. And the whole thing about bubbles and tears, who could see, where could see them, and for how long. I really don't envy the people that had to stand up week after week in front of the cameras to update the nation.
Here we go again. I did not get any sleep last night worrying about this.
Me neither. It seems that every week we have to tell the people something different they have to do to stop this virus spreading.
No wonder they're getting confused. Maybe we're just not making things clear enough then. Don't leave the house unless you have to leave the house. Don't go to work unless you have to go to work.
You can make people normal 6, unless it's an Iron month and hasn't rained in 3 days. Then there's the tiers. You're in that tier, I'm in this tier. There are things like me in tiers.
Which is why we need a different approach. Did he manage to read the document I prepared? Do you think it'll work?
Well, it's worth a try. It can't do any harm.
It certainly is radical, I'll give you that. But we might as well give it a try.
Okay then, let's do this.
Thank you everybody for joining us at today's COVID briefing. As you are aware, the situation with regards to this virus still remains serious.
We understand the instructions that we have previously given may have been unclear, leaving many of you at home and at work unclear about what you need to do to stop this virus from spreading.
However, while we wait for the next set of scientific findings from which we will come up with another set of different instructions for you, there are 3 things you need to do. 3 things which remain the same since the beginning of all this.
And today we would really like to reinforce these, just so you're in no doubt. Firstly, wash your hands at every opportunity, as we know you can pick up the virus from infected surfaces. Secondly, keep a 2 metre distance from people when you leave the house for essential activity.
And thirdly, wear a mask in public to reduce the risk of transmitting and contracting the virus through your breath. However, we have said these things before, but many people still do not seem to understand.
So, to shake things up a bit and make the message a little more funky and groovy, especially for you younger, cooler dudes out there, let's, in a socially distanced manner, of course, rock.
Yes, we see
yes, silly me about that. That was very energetic. I got a bit carried away then. Look, I even took my tie. Rock and roll, kids.
I'm sure you need refreshments after that performance, so you've had some cups of tea and some blueberry biscuits on the backstage if you'd like to join us.
That's very kind of you, but
Gotta keep safe, right?
yes, well, I think that worked well indeed. So, see you next week.
Can't wait.
I think we found that having a sense of humour certainly helps us cope with life challenges.
But we mustn't forget that the COVID pandemic has been devastating for so many people.
Jobs have been lost, livelihoods have been ruined, and families have struggled to adapt to huge changes.
Yes, we've taken a look through a few aspects of lockdown in a light-hearted way this evening, but the pressures of this and other things have created a very real.
And the effects of social distancing have led to loneliness, isolation and depression in lots of vulnerable people. In our efforts to shield older family members, they have often gone months without contact with people they love.
And of course, lives have been lost. Some of us may have been more affected by this than others, but as individuals, a family, a school, a community, a nation, and the world, we have all been touched by what has happened.
So let's take a moment to think about and remember those who, throughout these difficult times, have paid the highest price.
Come on then, let's try and finish on something positive, shall we?
What else has given us hope? Any ideas?
The vaccine is the light at the end of this tunnel.
What a fantastic job those scientists did. How hard they worked to get ready so quickly.
I bet there were some celebrations in the laboratory on the day they made the breakthrough. I wish I'd been a fly on the wall.
Hello YouTube, you joined us at the lab where we're having a party. We've done it! The final test results are back. And, ladies and gentlemen, we have an effective vaccine. Needless to say, we are very jolly. Let's get a reaction from Professor Hans Face, who co-led this research. Professor Hans Face, tell us how you're feeling.
Hello everyone. Yes, it's been a crazy few months. We haven't stopped, but here we are. With the finish line in sight, we're celebrating.
Hey, Pamela, say hello to YouTube. Come on, Pam, don't be shy. The great Professor Pandemic, without whose efforts we wouldn't be here. Come on, Pam, say something.
Hi. Well, yes, it's been an amazing breakthrough, but we're only doing our jobs. It's just what we do.
And this is where it all happened. We've been locked in this lab 24/7. We haven't seen daylight for months, but now we can relax a little. And some of us seem a little more relaxed than others.
Right, we have some final loose ends to type before we send the vaccine off to the manufacturers, so it's goodbye from the lab. So, Professor Face and Space, Professor Demick, let's crack on.
Hang on. Where is it? The formula. I left it here. I'm sure I did.
What the? You've got to be kidding me. After all our hard work, you have lost it?
Don't blame me. I know I left it right here.
This cannot be happening. I've given up my life to work on this. I haven't seen my children in a year, you idiots.
Who are you calling an idiot? I have a PhD from Oxford University.
And I've been nominated 3 times for a Nobel Prize. If anyone's an idiot, it's you. This point was your idea.
Oh, so you're awake, are you?
And what are you sniggering at? This isn't funny.
And why are you filming this? You should be helping us.
Oh my goodness, you should see your faces. It's hilarious. This is definitely going on YouTube.
Excuse me? Have you lost your marbles?
Are you for real? Do you understand what's happened? We've lost the formula.
And you're going to put this disaster on YouTube? Stop filming at once.
Relax, you've just been pranked. Oh, your faces. Comedy gold. We haven't lost the formula. It's here, in my pocket. It's not there. Must have fallen out when we went to buy some more champagne.
You idiots!
Only joking. Here it is, safe and sound. But really, your faces.
You pranked us? Why would you prank us?
Oh, come on, it's just a bit of fun. Anyway, now everyone will see that scientists are important and that we do have a sense of...
Right, come here! Ha! Took out looks on faces. Did you see hers?
Is she right? Do people really think us scientists are a boring bunch? How can we change that?
By singing a song and sticking on YouTube. Come on, guys, let's show the world there's more to us than meets the eye.
Let me say it again.
Wow, what a year.
Such extraordinary times we've all lived through. One day children like you will learn about our experience and their history lessons.
I suppose it's been like our Blitz, hasn't it? Everyone coming together to face off a common enemy.
And when it's probably over, maybe we'll all notice things have changed for the better and learn to appreciate what we have and not take anything or anyone for granted.
and we'll make the most of the opportunities to do all those things and to be with all those people we've missed since this craziness started.
So everybody, all that's left to say is thank you for joining us this evening. How wonderful that we can all at last be together again. Here's to the future and finally brain-free explore our possibilities to imagine and realise all that we can be. Now, let's lift the roof of this place.